Thank you for buying this 11055 ring display from Fixture Displays. These are all the components. We're going to show you step-by-step instructions how to assemble this unit. Overall, you have 4 large panels that are 4 sides of the cabinet, and then you have top, bottom, and top structures. And these are hardwares, including weighted balls for attaching your rings. And in addition to the wood panels, there are 2 acrylic panels for the top, and they all have holes pre-drilled. To begin assembly, we want to insert all the metal dowel pins into the pre-inserted nuts. Use a Phillips screwdriver or a power drill. When fastening these bolts, you want to make sure you just fasten enough that the threads are into the nuts, but not more than that. In other words, if you fasten that too deep into the board, that may negatively impact how this unit assemble. Once we have all the pins in, we're going to start to connect the center shelf to the side panel, and then we're going to insert a cam, turn clockwise to lock. As shown in the video, you don't want to tighten really hard, you just want to lock enough, and that's more than adequate as shown here. Likewise, we're going to close the other side panel and then fasten with the 2 cams. You see, this is why you don't want to tighten the bolt or the dowel pin too much, because the cam needs this cam action to get hold of the tip of the dowel pin. If you fasten too deep into the board, it's not only going to damage the wood, but the cams would have very little to grab onto. Now we're going to close the back end. You want to take your time to work the space down to 0. If there is some space between 2 boards, you're going to want to use a screwdriver to work on the cam a little bit to tighten properly. I encourage you to browse fixturedisplays.com for other products and services we have to offer. In addition to this model, we also have 15388 and 11054 models. Now we're going to close the bottom. There are many pins here. You want to take your time. If fine adjustments are necessary, do so by tipping the dowel pin slightly so that it would go into the edge holes. Now it's time to install the 4 casters. The power drill will definitely save your time right here because there are 16 screws altogether at the bottom. I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribe and like us, leave a good seller feedback along with a product review. And if you choose to use a power drill, you actually need a 4mm Allen wrench tip. Now we're going to set it on the floor and insert the top panel. Alright. Now fasten it down. If you have any questions, feel free to email us, cs, that's Charlie Sam, @fixturedisplays.com. You can also text message us, 630-296-4190. On the 4 corners, we're going to fasten 4 hardware. And this white panel would sit on, would go through this 4 stems, and then the clear panel sit on top of the white panel. And then the 4 decorative nuts are going over the all thread to lock the top panel in. Now we're going to install the door panel. There's a piano hinge. The holes are pre-drilled. There are a few screws to fasten. If someone holding it, it would be nice. The screw is fairly small, so be patient, take a little time. We want to undo the lock and then insert the stem into the door cabinet door, and on the other end, lock the big nut. And at this time, we can install the tongue back. Try it out and make sure the angle of the tongue is correct. If you need to adjust at this time. And this is how the weight works. You want to feed the wire through the hole. Actually, there are many ways to do this. You can feed it through into your ring and then feed the cable back to the ball and fasten the wire at the bottom of the ball. Or you can follow this method as shown using this claw. Once it's in, you want to pull it and then you twist. How far you twist, depending on your particular situation, you may want to twist all the way down to the ball so that when you pull the wire up, it looks nicer and then this is not frilling. Or you can do away with this claw piece altogether, like I mentioned earlier. If you choose to use the claw, and this is how it works. Use a ring provided, or use your own ring. Of course, your own ring. This particular demo ring doesn't worth a penny. Again, there are many ways to do this. My personal preference would be to feed this in, hook your own ring on, and then go all the way down to the ball and have the cable come out from the other side of the ball and then tighten. That way is best concealed. However, by doubling up the cable, you are losing some cable length, so you couldn't pull the ring out too far. However, you could easily use your own fishing line or other threads and still use the weighted ball to do so if you desire that to be pulled out a lot longer. You can also order pull boxes that are spring-loaded from us on fixturedisplays.com. If you need the part number, I'd be happy to answer you. CS Charlie Sam at fixturedisplays.com. Thank you once again for shopping Fixture Displays.